infrastructure in the country. He's a prominent expert on open source, scalable digital systems, and decentralized networks. It is now my honor to call upon Pramod to take the stage to give his keynote address.
Thank you. Friday evening can be really hard. It's tiring, right, after a long week. So thank you for having me here, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. First of all, I want to congratulate Government of India, METI, MEA. What a fantastic week. And compared to last time in Paris, we heard actually from many people who attended that. Last time it was elite, exclusive people attending it. This is true democratization. You can see that number of students, children, entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs walking in just tells you that we can truly, India can definitely demonstrate what it means to democratize and diffuse AI. And our Prime Minister is, I think, mastermind at it, so he's a great supporter of it. But what I wanted to give you about 5 minutes or so is that why India is peculiarly in advantage of diffusing AI. Now we have two arguments we can make. Our own LLM. I think much of our discussions and today AI discussions are all about sovereign LLM, big LLM, are we going to build our own LLM? LLM is only one part of it, right? There's so much more that to AI, especially for the people who have lived. My master's was in AI, and this is in 89, okay? So AI has been there for a while. I think now it's sort of coming together. But AI spans much beyond LLMs. And why India is peculiarly set up to succeed is because of the serendipity, but it is because of the investment we made in the last decade, digital investment. And people who have not looked at the macro picture, it's very important to understand India, over the last decade, brought 1 billion people from invisible to the system. They were invisible to the system to being visible to the system. And we formalized 1 billion people by giving everyone an identity, everyone a bank account, everyone can transact, make payments, paperless signature. So we built Aadhaar, begin with. Of course, we built in 2000, I remember 2014 was seminal for us because I was actually architecting eSign, DigiLocker, and UPI at the same time. And who knew they're all going to play out? So, but I think brave people are also lucky. I think when we attempt something bold and audacious, sometimes luck come in the way, and Indians have truly embraced all this into actually at population scale, in one sense, going beyond what we can. And it did not stop there though. We actually digitized businesses through GST. India is the only country where we have billions of invoices, actual proof of purchase in machine readable, cryptographically protected, digitally signed fashion. That's a gold mine. That's each of those steps we made. Or FASTag. When FASTag gets done in the road, there's a proof of transport, an e-way bill. Each of them is again machine readable, cryptographically signed, and usable by the next layer of innovation. So what we did with DPI by formalizing is one inclusion story. It was a brilliant inclusion story to get everyone into the formal system. But it's also, serendipity, set up the most powerful 2 ingredients for AI: data and programmability. Every one of our infrastructure components, DPI components, are API based. Every one of them. This is why we have PhonePe. This is why we have Zerodha and Grow and everyone else building applications and workflows using this underlying digital public infrastructure APIs, identity APIs, verification, DigiLocker verification, document verification APIs, eSign, for paperless signature, UPI and mandates for recurring payments and other collections or payments, each of them is programmable. Combine that with data that gets generated. A billion people, billion plus people in India generate verifiable data trail. And that's beautiful. But it's even more beautiful when it is controlled and owned by the individuals, which is our DPDP Act actually giving you. Our privacy bill is giving us the right to control our own data. And India has truly demonstrated that the data belongs to the people, data belongs to the small businesses, using which now they can create a virtuous cycle. So I think AI's two biggest ingredients, programmability and composability, combined with data, verifiable data trail, allows India, and this is a bold prediction I'm making, 10 years later, when you compare countries' economic progress and growth, countries who have invested in DPI and combining AI on top of DPI would have done 10x or 50x better than countries who have no underlying infrastructure. So I think India is lucky, right place, right political will, right regulatory push, right infrastructure readiness, all in the last decade, all in one decade. But for my favorite part of all that thing is that India is also blessed with young, adventurous entrepreneurs who have no inhibition at all. At least when few of you met me outside saying I'm starting a company, it's just music to our ears. Because India's problems are plethora. As you know, we are a country of problems. So we have, anywhere you look, we see problem. Energy sector, agriculture sector, payment, many of that is still not solved. Although money movement have solved. Access to capital, access to investment, access to the right products, not solved. We have much to solve. And if you combine our infrastructure and diffuse AI, but diffuse AI through entrepreneurship. The way we diffuse DPI through entrepreneurship, we went from 1,000 companies in 2016 to 100,000 startups today. And the prediction is that we'll get to 1 million startups by 2035. Which is a very high chance we'll get. Doesn't mean all of them will succeed, but the attempting matters. I think young people have to attempt, audacious attempt, bold attempt to solve problems, and India is beautifully set up. And we have a wonderful panel, I don't want to take up too much of time, wonderful panel talking about the combinatorial power of DPI and AI. Combining both, what can we get exponential power, and why countries who are investing, and they're all global experts deeply investing into DPI. So I give my floor to them. Thank you all. Thank you to all of you, to even if so many people coming and sitting. Really appreciate it. Much appreciate, and a wonderful weekend. And keep imagining and keep building and keep solving. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pramod, for setting that context. Now we will have the panel on AI and digital public infrastructure. The session will explore how integrating AI into DPI can unlock new benefits at scale, while also discussing the challenges and risks of such an integration. How can DPI architecture mitigate new risks and emerge as AI becomes embedded in foundational digital systems? What are the opportunities and risks that emerge as a result of integrating AI into DPI? And could integrating AI into DPI enable the development of new products, services, and market ecosystems? We will